get things started. Today is March 16th, 2020. Happy birthday to me. So, quick update. Wow. Things going on in Florida. Walt Disney World is now officially closed. The hotels are closed. The Disney Springs is closed. And while we were at dinner today, we found out that the governor is going to be releasing a statement about restaurants. And, you know, it's getting crazier and crazier out there, guys. I mean, I get that this kind of is like an epidemic, but man, like this is getting crazy. Another update, I believe Trump is releasing a statement stating that the coronavirus they believe is going to have effects across the United States till July or August. So if anybody's watching this, I guess stay clean, stay safe. Hope you have a lot of supplies. This whole thing is just getting crazier and crazier every day. If anybody's a small time business person like myself and my family, good luck. You know, I mean, I don't know. It's you feel like you should be able to prepare for stuff like this, but I mean, how? I mean, how do you really prepare for it? There's only so much prepping you can do when it comes to, a worldwide virus phenomena that comes in and just turns the whole world upside down. But on a positive note, had a really good birthday today. Got to go to Outback, have a big ribeye. Still feeling great on the carnivore diet. Funny enough, I actually was explaining it to one of the waiters today, and so instead of bringing me a birthday cake, they actually brought me they brought me lobster tail. So I thought that was funny. Um, yeah, it's just been crazy. Um, yeah, I didn't really have anything prepared for this video tonight. I just wanted to make another update as always. But yeah, it's just been crazy. I mean, like watching the news and seeing all like the videos and skits and stuff like that, it's just, it's getting crazy. I mean, I know personally the school is going to be probably on online classes, probably through summer. So I need to talk to my VA rep about that and figure out what's going on there. Um, I feel horrible for my acting, teacher. He was supposed to be up for his tenure with our performance, and I don't think anyone's going to see our performance. So all of that might be down the drain. Uh, I don't know. It's crazy. I mean, it really is. I mean, I know I seem kind of distant because I keep thinking about it because, this is something that's affecting everyone. Yeah, I don't know. On a brighter note, I wanted to read this comment that I got because I posted if nobody knows, I'm part of a few Facebook groups. One of them is called Carnivore Diet for Beginners, and there's some great people on here. And I mean, if you're doing something like this, it's really helpful to have, stuff like that so you can kind of feel out what other people are doing. You can ask for questions and kind of get like, I like to think of it as like on the ground, boots on the ground, advice. You find somebody else that's been eating this or doing that, and and I know everyone says, look, I'm not saying that, all doctors are bad or all of them are wrong or all of them out to get themselves and stuff like that. And I'm not even saying that I'm 100% right all the time. I mean, something that I do may be worse for others. But it's a good way to figure out like what's going on, because there's only so much you can bug a doctor, like asking them questions and stuff like that. So this does kind of help. Plus, everybody's really supportive and really helpful. Everybody tries to give out good advice. I mean, I believe one of the people on the group, his daughter was actually diagnosed positive for the the coronavirus, and he's been giving everybody updates about what the treatment's been like, how she's doing, how he's doing, if he's tested positive. I mean, it's just a really good resource and it's helpful for anybody that does anything, whether carnivore or keto or, anything like that. But so I posted in it, asking about, the forks over knives, and I was responded by this lovely person. I'm going to try not to butcher their name, Margaret Bruna, and so they first said yes, why. I let them know that I was trying to accumulate a collection of people's information and affect stuff like that. They wrote, interesting. I saw it when I was diagnosed with pancreatitis, and the doctors recommended no meat, no fat diet. I did that for several years, only to be diagnosed with several other autoimmune diseases. I tried carnivore, whom as a natural reducer of inflammation, and it changed my life. I still care very deeply for the animals and adjust my life to harm as little as possible. However, survival comes first. And I learned after leaving veganism that eating that way harms the environment and animals in a different way. So there is no way to eat without harming. There are some very informational interviews online with former vegans who now estimate meat and are mainly meat, sorry, who explain it much better than I. And I thanked her for her time and gave her a link to the channel. So if they're watching, hello, welcome. I really do appreciate the feedback, and this is the kind of stuff I'm looking for. People that I can see a face, they give a good story, and I see a personal view. That's the biggest thing, is that we need to start building these personal views. I understand that the fork over knives, they did this big Chinese study, but that's for them. And then the whole thing that really gets me is just the vagueness of where they're like, oh, we're a whole foods plant-based diet, but we're not vegan and we're not vegetarians and we're not. It's like, okay, why don't you explain it better then? Okay, like not everybody's a doctor, not everyone has an MD or a mat. Like you have to explain this stuff to the average Joe. You have to explain it to them. It's something that should be a given. If you're going to sit there and tell them, oh, go to Whole Foods and eat whatever they have, okay, and not everybody's going to have the time to go get a doctor and then take them to the store, and then that just feels childish, you know? And it just seems like, okay, so the whole food plant-based diet is pretty much you eat as much vegetables and stuff as you want, as long as they're whole food and healthy, and then you just eat meat occasionally as long as it's not processed. Okay, so why don't I just cut out the middleman and just get rid of the vegetables and eat the meat? I'm still eating the meat, I'm just not spending as much money going to Whole Foods, nothing towards them. I've been to Whole Foods a couple times, but like, God, I can't shop there every day, like, if you're going to shop Whole Foods, the healthier and the more fresh a vegetable is, if anybody knows that, the easier and the faster it goes bad, because you're pretty much shopping, because a little backstory. I actually went on a juicing cleanse when that movie Fat, Sick, and Dying came out, where the Australian gentleman, I went and bought like a $200 juicer, went to the Whole Food store, got all my Whole Food stuff, and and I think the first day I spent, besides the juicer, which was $200, probably another $300, and then I made two smoothies. Like, come on, like, holy crap, like that's just insane. Like it shouldn't be that complicated for the human race to eat on a budget, especially nowadays. And I think it's really funny how all of the meat stands are empty, but all the vegetables are still hanging out, like, but yeah, I digress. Another great comment I had underneath hers was April Wilson. Yes, I was vegan for 14 months. It made me fatter and sicker. I changed to keto, lost 15 pounds just a few weeks. Now I am carnivore and feeling fantastic. I could read these all day, but like I said, um, yeah, I always get on these rants. Sorry about that. I'm going to try to have a more structured schedule, but it's just been crazy with all this news stuff going on. It's been kind of hurtful towards the family and myself, and just trying to figure everything out. Um, I do want to keep doing the video documentary. I actually found a top 10 list. I'm just figuring out how to get a hold of them. And I'm not going to do just like food documentaries. Like I found American weightlifting, which I'm really into. I really believe I'm really for weightlifting. I believe that it's a very good thing, and you don't have to be, some power lifter or some crazy CrossFitter. You can do minimum weightlifting, and I've seen in the CrossFit gyms and gyms in general, and like personal family members. I mean, my sister, after her car accident, doctor said she would never cheer again, and she was a competitive cheerleader. If you've seen the cheer documentary, that level of cheering is what she was doing since God, like middle school, something like that. I want to believe middle school. Yeah, middle school. It got her into college. And after the accident, they told her she'd never do that again. And then she started going to yoga after physical therapy. And then through yoga, she found CrossFit and she became instrumental. She was actually went to one of the CrossFit games, and like her younger days before she graduated, like right after she graduated college. But like, the doctor said that she would never walk, she would never do anything again. And she was doing powerlifting and burpees. I mean, she was doing everything. So I am a huge believer in any form of weightlifting, whether it's body or CrossFit. So you know the Rambit. I'm going to try to do more documentary movies and bring them to you and just kind of give you my reviews, and feel how I'm going to either maybe not put them in my lives, my personal thoughts, maybe some updates because some of these are old and people are still using them as like, their call to arms, like this is the word and stuff like that. It's like the world's changing every day. I mean, especially nowadays, we should all know that. But, yep, catch you guys on the next one. Happy birthday to me. Later.